this is where you wanna be, cause you know we gon' talk about it. Talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yeah. Get in here, we in here tonight. So get in here, we in here to vibe.
Talk about it. You know we're gonna talk about it. Hey y'all. Hey. Let's talk about it. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. Let's talk about it. We got a lot to talk about. Woo, we got a lot to talk about. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. We got a lot to talk about, y'all. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about, honey, because I don't think anybody saw this coming, honey. I don't think anybody saw this coming. Jonathan Majors. We're talking about Jonathan Majors today, you guys. She said, I can't see the chat for this white box still popping up. Oh, okay, hold on a second. Y'all know I be testing stuff out. Hold on one second. Let me get rid of that box. Let me get rid of that box right quick. 1 second. And then we're going to talk. We're going to discuss Jonathan Majors' case. Okay, hold on. I'm going to have to put it on mute before it does this little thing. Hold on 1 second. All right, hold on. I'm getting ready to get rid of the box. I got to go to the chat and boom. All right, is the box gone? It should be gone. Thumbs up if you don't see the box no more. I got rid of it. I got rid of it. I was trying something new, y'all. I was trying something new, y'all. You know, I love trying things new, honey. I love trying new things to try to see if it works. And you know what I mean? To see if it works. If it works, you know, we ride out. If it don't, we adjust. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, now she said I thought I was in jail. I had to get somebody out of YouTube jail today, honey. Y'all threw it in jail and threw the damn keys away. You hear me? Y'all threw the keys away on my girl. But we're going to talk about Jonathan today, y'all. I don't think too many people saw that coming. I know I didn't. I was one. Listen, I want to show y'all a video. First of all, if you don't know what's going on with this case, let me just give you a little background and then we're going to watch a video, okay? So Jonathan Majors, y'all know the one that played in what did he play in? The popular one. What's the name of that movie? Shoot, what's the name of the movie that boy played in? The boxing movie, y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Hold on. Well, here you go right here. Jonathan Majors. Y'all see him on the screen? Creed. That's right, Creed. I was like, okay. So he played in Creed 3. He's 34 years old. He is a, hold on one second. Hold on. I hope y'all don't see my pajamas. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Oh, shoot. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Okay. Listen, so Jonathan Majors he's a 34-year-old up and rising, up and coming actor. You know, he just got started not too long ago, and him and Megan Good are currently dating and have been dating since his breakup with Grace. Okay. This young lady right here that y'all see, first of all, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all see my disclaimer because I'm going to get it out of the way because it's in my way. So anything that I say is right now out of my mouth is based on my opinion. It is covered under the Fair Use Act. So I am not here to try to defame or slander anybody. Okay. My disclaimer is out there. So I'm going to take it down so you don't have to tell me, put your disclaimer up. No more. Okay. So I'm taking it down because I want to be able to see. Okay. All right. So this guy right here, let me give you guys a better look of him. This guy right here, this is Grace. Her last name is, what is Grace's last name? I'll tell you in a minute. But they were dating. And some shit popped off. Her name is Jabari. Grace Jabari is her name, okay? Apparently, she has accused him of assault, domestic violence. She said that it has occurred many times in their relationship. She says that he was physical and mentally and emotionally abusive toward her. It was a hard case to prove, but I'm going to tell you what some of the things that the jury got him on, okay? So, well, I know y'all probably seen the video, and I'm going to let y'all see it in a minute. The video of him running and her chasing behind him. And I think a lot of people, including myself and my husband, thought that he was going to be cleared because it looks like he was trying to run away from a problem instead of running to a problem or trying to create a worse problem. However, that ain't the situation. Okay. The jury found him guilty, and we're going to talk about it. Okay. So now, first, I'm going to show you. Okay. This is such a long story. So, they said she had bruises. She did have bruises, but let me let you see the video first of the incident that the jury actually got him on, and then we're gonna talk about it, okay? Because I need y'all to kind of follow along with me. So now this is a TMZ video on their site. So this is credited to TMZ gets the credit for this video. Hold on, let me. It's no sound, so you don't have to worry about it, okay? But just pay attention. I'm gonna go back to the beginning. Hold on. Why is it not letting me do that? Okay, here we go. All right, pay attention. It's no sound. They're in this vehicle right here. They're gonna get out, and he's going to try to place her back in the vehicle. Can y'all see it? Do I need to zoom in more? That is them right there if you haven't seen the video before. So he's trying to get away from her. She's following him. I believe he has her phone because she said that she didn't have a phone. He's trying to make her stay in a video. They just took another shot of it. Somebody said zoom in. I think this is about as good as I could get it, to be honest with you. She chases behind him. He takes off running. He takes off. He's dashing across the road. She's carelessly dashing across the road behind him. She could have been hit. I can't zoom in, y'all. This is as good as it gonna get, honey. Unless I do. Yeah, that's as good as it's gonna get. Oh, can I? No, I don't see what it allows me to zoom in at. No. Then right here, she's gonna run into, or did they show it? Okay, she runs into these guys and she tells them that she's just been assaulted by Jonathan Majors. They're gonna befriend her right quick, and then she's gonna end up going to the club with them. And I wanted to cover this story, especially after I saw the verdict, because it's very familiar. Y'all will see what I'm talking about in a minute. So that's him, and she must ask for her phone or something. He takes off running, and she runs behind him a little bit. Or, well, she will start running behind him. There she goes, running behind him. Then, now this part right here is where they are in the house, and he calls 911 because she's unconscious in their bedroom closet, okay? He's taking the police officers upstairs to his nice apartment, his Motel 6. And they find her unconscious in the bedroom closet, and she wakes up and basically tells them that, I'll tell you in a minute. So she's on the floor. The paramedics have her. She comes to, and she did have like a bloody ear or something like that. And and her finger was hurt as well. I think there was blood found like behind her ear, okay? So let me just put this video over here in the corner right quick, okay? Matter of fact, I'm just gonna put the picture in the corner. So listen, y'all. Even though we just saw that video, and it looks like that she was running behind him, he was running away from her, right? And it appears that he didn't want no confrontation and this, that, and the other. However, what the jury got him on wasn't even the fact that she was knocked out. She was found unconscious in the closet. That's not what they got him on. They actually got him on, what's the word? Not negligence, but reckless. Reckless assault is what they got him on. Reckless assault, okay? So he basically was manhandling her. So now let me give y'all a little background, okay? I'm going to put this on pause while I do that. They got into some type of altercation. She found a flirty text message in his phone, okay? A flirty text message in his phone. She wanted to see what it was. He wanted his phone back. So he tussled with her to get his phone back. And in the process of him tussling with her, she claimed that he bent back her finger, twisted her wrist to get the phone out her hand. On top of that, she says that he hit her across the head, okay, with his hand. They didn't even get him on that, okay? They didn't find him guilty for that because that's a he say, she say, okay? You're right. I'm going to get to that part. Somebody said he admitted guilt in a text. He didn't exactly admit guilt. In a text message, he begged her not to go to the hospital because if she went to the hospital, then they would do an investigation and find out more. Okay. Yeah. He's like, listen, if you go to the hospital, they're gonna automatically think it was me. Don't go get no treatment. They're gonna do an investigation and they're gonna look further into it. You understand what I'm saying? But they still didn't get him on that. What they got him on was the way he picked her up, and I'm going to show it again, and put her into this car. They say she bumped her head on the car, but you see, and I can't even zoom in. I wish I could, but they say she bumped her head, and the way he was tussling, trying to make her stay, okay? He wanted to flee for whatever the reason, and I'm assuming that he had her phone. He pushed her and he takes off running. But it's the tussling of what happened, not while they were in the car, but when she got out the car and he was kind of manhandling her, trying to put her back in the car. That manhandling and where she hit her head and he's trying to sit her back in the car. The jury said that is reckless. Okay. So, and the reason why I want to point this out is because is there proof that he actually physically open hand hit her? No. No, it's not. We saw him push her, but that could have been get off me, right? But he's still found guilty because it was reckless. So now he may face up to a year in jail for being reckless, manhandling, tussling too hard, right? And it was caught on camera. Now, there was witnesses that said, I think he physically assaulted her while she was in the car. I think the personal driver said that I think that he did hit her. That was testimony that he said, I do believe that he hit her in the car, right? But that's not what the jury found him guilty on. He was found guilty on reckless assault and for harassment, okay? He was literally trying to talk her out of testifying, being seen for treatment, He tried to flip the script. Let's call a spade, okay? He tried to flip the script and said she hurt her own finger. Yes, he did. And as much as I like Jonathan, you should be ashamed. He should be ashamed because do I now believe that he was wrestling with her to get that phone out of her hand? I do. Okay. You guys might have different feelings because now he tried to say the reason why she hurt herself and tried to accuse him of it is because he moved on to another relationship. He wanted out. He wanted out of that relationship. Now, I left some things out that I need to put in because it's important. This young lady was an alcoholic, allegedly. Okay. She got drunk. She, intoxicated. He said she was an embarrassment. There was a recording that she recorded him basically telling her, listen, your public intoxications is basically ruining my brand. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I can't have that type of embarrassment, right? I don't really see anything wrong with what he said, but basically he was telling her that he needed his image to be more like Barack Obama and Martin Luther King. He said he said something to include, I need you to hold me up, basically have me looking like how Michelle Obama holds her husband up and have him looking prestigious, and Coretta Scott. You understand what I'm saying? That's how he came at her. Some people may take that as being condescending. I even heard someone say that it was a bit racist. Him telling her how he wishes to be perceived in the public's eye, and that, she needed to basically do better. So a lot of people heard that and they were like, I don't see anything wrong with what he's saying. Like, okay, what's wrong with that? Well, she used that against him in court. But the main thing that got him charged was, one, him sending her text message basically begging her to not go get seen in the hospital because he automatically assumed that they were going to do more investigations and find out more about their relationship. He took this to trial, okay? He could have actually took a plea deal of a lesser charge, but he felt in his heart that he could beat it. He felt that he could beat this charge. And he had a lot on the line. He was supposed to be starring in a movie, The Avengers, or something like that. I think it's called The Avengers. But Marvel actually said they were waiting for the outcome of his charges, of this case, the verdict, before they made their decision. So guess what? This upcoming star, this upcoming actor, just literally lost a lot. This young man just lost a lot. Marvel said, nah, we don't want to have nothing to do with you. His guilty charge cost him a lot. And it will further cost him a lot. And he may even they're going to sentence him on February the 6th, okay? They're going to let him know how much time, if any, or what punishment that he's going to receive on February the 6th. Now, I don't know if he would have took a plea deal, would Marvel had said, okay, we'll still take you. But because he took this through, it wasn't no lengthy trial, but it was a trial, and any trial costs money, right? And when you don't take the plea deal and you have the judges and the lawyers and everybody involved, that's money. They like for you to try to settle outside the court. That's why they give you plea deals. But when you say, no, I'm innocent, no, I'm innocent, no, I'm innocent, I want to go to trial, and you found guilty, they get upset about that. So people are saying that he may get some time, but they don't think that he is going to have to do the whole year. But he can get up to a year for his charges. Now, do I believe that he beat this girl black and blue? No. But do I believe that he was controlling Or she said he was controlling. You know, that's up to them or whatever, right? Because people controlling is subjective. You know, I used to think my husband was controlling because he said I couldn't play spades with some guys that I wanted to go play spades with or whatever. But anyway, so being controlling is subjective. What you may think is controlling, somebody else may not. But I did see things in the video that was concerning, to say the least. Okay. And I know a lot of people may have a difference of opinion. But now we're dating. You're mad at me. I take off running behind you and you continue to run away from me and you have my phone, allegedly. You're putting my life in jeopardy. Now, I'm not saying that because she, you know, it looked like he was trying to tell her, stay in a car. I need to go take a walk or, you know, whatever, like stay in a car. And maybe they should have went home and they should have talked about this thing. But when she got out the car and he took off running, I think he made a mistake. You understand what I'm saying? He was trying to get away from her though. But I think that he probably shouldn't have got out the car. I think he probably should have told the driver, take me home. Let us have a discussion about this. Okay. He was reckless. And he's found guilty for being reckless. Reckless assault. Reckless assault. And he had 4 charges pending. Let me tell you the 4. It was 2 misdemeanors of assault and aggravated harassment. Okay. And these people right here, let me tell you this right quick. These people right here were able to testify on her behalf. These people that you see on the screen were able to come and testify on her behalf about how afraid she was, how scared she was, how terrified she was when that she approached them. However, y'all, that's why a lot of people thought that this wasn't going to stick, because she went to the club with them afterwards. So people would say, well, if her finger was hurt, how was she able to go to the club? And she was seen drinking and dancing and having a good time. They didn't excuse that. So she went to the club. They still feel like, okay, she went to the club, had a good time, and later was found unconscious in their apartment. Okay. She went to the club with them, but she still had a hurt finger and she still had a split ear, some type of injury. She was bleeding from the ear. She had some type of injury on her ear. How did she get the injury on her ear, you say? So our boy, Jonathan Majors, yeah, he got caught up. He got caught up, and this is going to cost him a lot. The reason why I said that this was a career-ending verdict, because who's going to want to touch him now? He was found guilty by 6 jurors. He was found guilty. Who's going to want to touch him? He's 34 years old, a black man, 34 years old, charged guilty of domestic violence. Now, Megan Good, that's who she's dating him right now. I'm sure she's gonna stick beside him. I'm assuming that she's gonna stick beside him, because she sure was in court every time he went, honey. Megan Good was right there, child. Hold on, let me show y'all Megan, because she was stepping when he stepped. She said that's a hard 34. Yeah, he do look older than 34. I will say that. But he's 34. Hold on, let me show y'all where Megan at. Right here. Yes, he had a lot of potential. Somebody said he had great potential. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Great potential. But he took a chance. He took a chance because he didn't think it was going to stick. I don't know if it's his lawyer, his family, somebody told him there's not enough evidence for this court, these jurors, to find you guilty. There's not enough evidence, right? But this car ride, him roughing her up a little bit was the determining factor. That was the determining factor. They said you was too rough with her. Now, I gotta say this. I would be remiss if I didn't, and I hope people don't take this the wrong way. I definitely don't mean nothing negative by it, okay, what I'm about to say. But I believe that her skin color played a lot in this situation. And let me just tell you why I say that, okay? When she was trying to get out the car and he was trying to put her back in the car, right? I think some people would probably say he was caring for her safety. He wanted to just go get some air, go blow off some steam. He wanted her to stay in the car because he knew she was, let's just allege that he probably assumed that she was intoxicated. Like, no, just stay here. Let me go get a moment. Let me have a moment. Let me go take a break. And you and I can meet up later and have this discussion. So some people may assume that he was actually trying to protect her by putting her back in the car. But I believe because of her skin color and because she did have a split ear, that they said, you handle her a little bit too damn hard. Do you understand where I'm going with this? She's fragile. You too rough. You was too rough. You handle her a little bit too hard. Because y'all know, if it was a sister and he was pushing her back in the car, I believe now that they would have been like, he was actually caring for your safety and you was being mental by trying to get out and chase him. You was having an episode by running behind him, okay? Because, I mean, would I have got out the car and ran behind him? I don't know. But if he had my phone, I'm getting my fucking phone. I'm getting my phone. You giving me my phone. Okay? So, y'all already know that, well, I ain't even gonna go there. But at any rate, allegedly she wanted her phone back, so she ran after him. But the little incident, like I said, him trying to put her back in the car was what the jury made their decision on, okay? Now, we can all day long say, she said he twisted her finger. He said she twisted her own finger. Come on, Jonathan. She hurt her own self. This some thin line between love. What is it? Thin line between love and hate moment. He said, "No." She twisted her own finger. She caused her own injuries. That's what he was trying to spin, as most abusers do. And somebody might say, "Well, if he was abusing her, why was she chasing him?" Well, because he allegedly he had her damn phone. And she probably was like, "No, you give me my phone, I'll get back in this damn car." I don't know. But he is young. And y'all know Chris Brown went through this but Chris Brown was younger. But he went through this and he still ended up making it out okay. But I just don't see that for Jonathan. What do y'all think in the chats? Do y'all think that he will have a second chance to get right? She said, "Amore, I would have let him keep that phone. That nigga is big. I wouldn't tussle with that man. He's 6'3", 300 pounds. I'm going to call the popo." Yeah, but you know what? Without your phone, like these days, come on, without your phone, you naked. That's how it feels. You understand what I'm saying? Without your phone, you like, because, like my phone, right? Can y'all see this? My phone have my ID in it, my credit cards, my debit card. This is my passport. You know, my wallet size passport. So my phone, if I lose this, I'm gonna cry. Because I'm gonna have to go through a whole lot in trying to get a whole lot of stuff back. Okay. So I would think I would have tussled him for my damn phone too. Okay. Someone says he's a good actor. I think it will surpass him years from now. And it very well may. It very well may, you know. But Marvel has already dropped him. The franchise Disney Marvel, it says Major, a rising star who has appeared in Disney Marvel franchise and Creed 3, was convicted on Monday of 1 count of reckless assault in the 3rd degree and a 9 criminal charge of harassment as a violation. He was acquitted on another assault charge and 1 count of aggravated harassment. Majors, who was present in court on Monday, held a straight face while the verdict was being read. He left the courtroom without commenting to members of the media. He was embarrassed. He was embarrassed. I would have been embarrassed too, because he just lost a lot, y'all. In a statement to CNN on Monday afternoon, whatever the name of this attorney, an attorney from Major said he still has faith in the process and look forward to fully clearing his name, which means that they're going to appeal. Shortly after the news of the verdict, a source with knowledge of the matter told CNN that Marvel Studios will not be moving forward with any future projects with Major. Jonathan, you lost the opportunity to be a villain in the upcoming Avengers. My daughter loved that damn movie. He lost a good opportunity, y'all, to play a black superhero or a villain. It's still a superhero, I guess. I don't know. He lost a good opportunity, a lot of money. I saw somebody in the comments that Megan is going to drop him. You think so? You think Megan going to lose? You think Megan is going to drop this handsome young man? You think Megan going to bounce? You think Megan is going to throw the deuces and be like, dude, your career just ended? She said, Amor, did you read the text from him I just sent there? Hold on. Yeah, Justin. We thought he was going to get off, but somebody said that who just sent me what? What are y'all talking about? Hold on. Let me go back right quick, y'all. Who just said, Amor, did you read the text? Hold on. Let me go back. And the reason being, because if this is it. Slick Talking Sisters, did you read the text message from him I sent you, Amor? Who is this? Because I hope this is not who I think it is. Who is that, y'all? Anyway, I don't know who that is, but listen, y'all. Oh, let me see. I was about to get on you, Louise. Oh, let me read it then. Okay, thanks, Louise. So this is the text message that he sent her. He said, I fear you have no perspective of what could happen if you go to the hospital. They will ask you questions, and as I don't think you actually protect us, it would lead to an investigation. Even if you do lie and they suspect something. In the text message displayed to the jury and read into the records by Jabari, on her fourth and final day of the stand on Friday, Jabari had assured Majors that she would not blame him for causing the injuries to her head. I will tell the doctors that I bumped my head, Jabari cried as she read out loud. Listen, that's actually sad because let me tell you something, and I know y'all already know this. And I feel kind of bad because I've never been in this situation, but I can only fear and not even fear, but I can only imagine what the abused person feel like, the victim feel like. They always seem to want to protect their abuser. Always. They want to they care more about what the abuser, what people going to say, what they're going to miss out on, what they're going to lose. You understand what I'm saying? They want to protect their abuser. And they do it until they can't do it no more, right? Initially, first time, second time, third time, whatever. They want to protect them. Protect. Right? And then one day, they don't want to protect no more. She wanted to protect him. Even though he's like, oh, if you lie, they still going to do an investigation. He was scared that they was going to do an investigation and find out more. He messed his career up because he didn't know how to use his voice, communicate. He messed his career. He's pretty much finito. Yep. You got to learn how to communicate. Yes, you might get frustrated. And apparently he said she was a drunk. She was intoxicated all the time. But what people don't understand is intoxication is a mental issue. There's something behind that. Not saying that he caused it. It could have happened before him or whatever the case may be. Or, she could have been depressed from what he was putting her through. He seems like a very intelligent man, right? She said, why y'all coming in here talking about something else? Don't do that, please. Don't come in here and talk about other stuff when we have a whole different topic, okay? Can y'all do that much? Can y'all respect the chat and stay on topic? If we're talking about freaking Jonathan Majors, then we don't need to hear about other people, okay? We're talking about Jonathan Majors. If you don't want to hear about Jonathan Majors and what's going on, and if you want to hear about somebody else that we didn't pass, go over there. Thank you. I don't know why y'all do that, but it's becoming aggravating at this point. Like, we trying to move forward for real, okay? But what was I even saying? I just got thrown off. I can't remember to come back. But anyway, the victim liked to protect, right? He was afraid that an investigation was going to be launched and they was going to find out more. Whatever the more is, we don't know. Oh, I know what I was going to say. He sounds like a very intelligent man, very articulate, right? So he may have been condescending, right? Or degrading in a more articulate kind of way, manipulative type of way, I don't want to sit here and say, oh, this man is such a bad guy and this, that, and the other. I'm going to say he made bad decisions. He made bad decisions. And then he wanted to cover up those bad decisions for his career. And when he says things like, I feel like you're not trying to protect us. No, Jonathan, you feel like she's not trying to protect you. Because when you say protect us, when you say, I feel like you're not trying to protect us, you're thinking only of yourself. Because protecting y'all You wouldn't hit somebody across the head. You wouldn't twist their, listen, think about it for a minute. Let's think about it for a minute. Have you ever been in a situation where someone grabs your hand, maybe you have something of theirs or whatever, and they twist your hand. You're gonna drop whatever it is because you know that shit hurts, right? That shit hurt. Twist your hand. Somebody gonna twist your hand to get some shit out your hand, especially somebody that's stronger than you. You understand? More powerful than you. That shit hurt. You're gonna drop whatever the hell you got in your hand. Oh, that shit hurt just me doing that myself. It hurt with me doing this myself. She said, please finish reading the text. That was the text. Hold on. Is there more? Hold on. That was the text. That was the whole text. That was the whole text. She said, no, Chris Brown lost a lot. He makes money from tours. Yeah, Chris Brown lost a lot, but Chris Brown, he lost a lot, but he bounced back. But the situation with Chris Brown, he was younger. And because people do this a lot in the music industry and this, that, and the other, this happens a lot. They cover that shit up and sweep it up under the rug. And then they protect each other. So record labels that pick him up and do this for him, this, that, and the other, they probably did have done the same shit. You understand what I'm saying? So even though he may have lost a lot, trust and believe somebody covered shit up for him too. You know what I mean? They brushed the shit up under the rug. Come on, bro. And there's a lot. Let me tell you something. And I don't want my station, my channel, to be known as I'm a male basher. I put down men for domestic violence and this, that, and the other, because that's not the case. Because we do understand that women commit domestic violence as well. Okay. However, there are some people out here right now outraged because Jonathan was found guilty. They're outraged. But the reason why I'm not outraged, even though I thought he would get off, because, yeah, when you look at the video, you're like, oh, he's trying to get away, but you have to take things in perspective. He manhandled her. He's bigger than her. He manhandled her. And that's what got him charged, him manhandling. And also that text with him saying, oh, they're going to do an investigation and they're going to find out more. No matter what you say. She's like, okay, well, I'll just tell them that you didn't really hit me and you didn't do this. She knew what she was doing, though. She said Chris Brown is still getting blackballed. Yeah, but, it didn't end him. It's still coming up all these years later, but it didn't end him. In the chat, I think I asked y'all this before, but I don't know if I saw it. Do y'all think that eventually, he's 34 now, right? Do you think eventually that he would be able to bounce back? Do you think someone would pick him up? I saw somebody say something about some Tyler Perry. You think Tyler Perry gonna pick him up? Do you think Tyler Perry or... Okay, I see, nah, he's done. I see, yes, eventually. I see, yes, a long time from now. Okay, so y'all think that he can come back, and oh, I see what you're saying, Louise. Louise, like, listen, he's been abusing her. Somebody said maybe it's a little iffy. Boo Robert says we got to have each other back. Tyler Perry should pick him up. You think so? I think he needs to learn to keep his damn hands to himself. I think he needs to learn to communicate instead of running away from his issues. I think that if he felt that she was a public drunk, He should have just broke up with her and said, this is not what I want to be with. This is not someone that represents me the way I want to be represented. He could have just broke off the relationship. You can't physically make somebody act and be the person that you want them to be. You just can't do that. And not a lot, but there are men that try to date or marry white women for that reason, because they feel like they can easily control them. You know? Do you think that he'll do this to Megan Good? Do you think that he will handle Megan Good the same way? I don't. I don't think he would. I think that he would have a little bit more respect. I'm not saying that people don't do this to black women, because we know that's a damn lie, right? But I think he would be less hesitant in laying hands on her or manhandling her than he did to Grace Jabari. I don't know about that, Water. I don't, and the reason why I say that, she says, I don't think race has anything to do with a man being abusive. I kind of beg to differ. And I don't know if it's race, but it's a caliber of woman. Meaning the more docile, submissive, agreeable, I guess, woman, softer. Men test you, right? Just like how kids, they test their parents, they test you. They see how far they can get. They see how far they can go. I think that men do the same thing with their girlfriends and their wives. They test the waters. They do little shit here and there to see how much you're going to allow them to get away with. And unless you cut it at the knees early, cut it at the knees, they need to know that this ain't what it's about. This ain't, So maybe not race, but white women do have a tendency to be a little bit more tolerant than black women. Okay? Let's just call a spade a freaking spade. Not saying that all black women are going to allow, I'm not saying that there's no black women that's not going to put up with the bullshit, because we know that's not true. But at the same time, if you want me to read your comment, I need you to highlight it some type of way. It's too many comments for me to just try to have to go back. She said Tina Turner was feisty as hell and Ike still beat her ass. But if you remember, in the beginning, she wasn't so much because she needed him, remember? She kind of did what Ike told her to do in the beginning, because she was younger for one, and Ike was her manager or whatever. So she did in the beginning start off being a little, less mouthy to him. And she allowed him to get away with a little bit. But then she got sick and tired of being sick and tired. And that's what happens. People get tired and they fight back. And that's what Tina Turner did. But in the beginning, it wasn't like that, She said, everything is a learning experience, and sitting still and losing a lot might change his perspective of life. That very well may be the case. Sometimes you got to lose to win. I do understand that. And I know people are going to be like, oh, more with this young shit again. He is young. He's 34. He does still have time to grow, to develop, to learn, to do better. He needs to learn how to communicate. Because again, it ain't like he turned her black and blue that we know of. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like he, you know, did the worst, but abuse is abuse. Abuse is abuse. Twisting your hand until you drop something, that's abuse because you're using your physical strength to get what you want. Whether he wanted her keys, whether he wanted her purse, whether he wanted her phone, he used his physical strength to get what he wanted. You know? She said Ike made Tina that way. She got tired of him. She was no longer afraid of him. Exactly. But in the beginning, Tina was compliant. When he popped her in the face or whatever, she was, a little timid. She was scared. But eventually, she's like, oh, hell no. Hit me again, Joker, and I'm going to whoop your ass. Okay? Up in here. Tina Turner said, you ain't about to keep hitting me and get away with it. Because I'm going to fight your ass back, and that's what she did. Most women do. While you playing, most women get tired and say, okay, bust a move then. Let's go. Bust a move. They take their power back. Some women don't get a chance to do that. That's right. Lexus said abuse is abuse, honey. Thank you for the super chat. Lexus said abuse is abuse. And it is. Abuse is abuse. And that's why the jury has found him guilty, because abuse is abuse. We can sit here and I want to take it back to before I came on, I was listening to different stories, different news anchors say this, say that. And I see a lot of men that says, I'm outraged. I'm so outraged. There's no way that this man should be charged. She was chasing him. If she was an abused victim, why wouldn't she be scared running away from him instead of running to him? So they said her running to him was proof that she wasn't afraid of him. And that's what people get fucked up and twisted up. They think that you're only abused if you're scared. You got to be trembling. You got to be, it's almost like they think abuse is like, how somebody kidnap you and do crazy things to you, and you're so terrified and you're so scared that you won't say nothing, and you shake when you see them in their presence. Some people think that that's indication of abuse. So they literally saying if she was abused, if she was a victim of abuse, she wouldn't be running toward this joker. She'll be scared for her life. She'll be trying to get away. That is not an indication that a person is a victim or not. If they're still entertaining the person, still begging the person, still saying, I want to be with you, that don't mean that they're not a victim of abuse. But if you type in Jonathan Majors in Google and you click on the different news stations or podcast radio stations, the men are literally outraged. They're like, no way. They got this wrong. The jury got this wrong. They got this so wrong. How could they do that? This woman was clearly not afraid of him. This woman was just mad because he left her and now he's dating Megan Good. And she mad. She broke her own finger. She hurt her own finger. I'm sorry. She broke her own finger. She damaged her own finger and she hit herself. She hurt her own head. She did that to herself and knocked her own ass unconscious, mind you. Now, she could have been intoxicated because, hey, we call BS podcast. Hey, girl. But they literally want to put the blame on her. And they even further said, oh, she was jealous because she saw a text message from another woman. So she was jealous and she grabbed his phone and he was just getting it back. So they don't want to say, oh, he twisting her finger or twisting her hand to get his phone back. A lot of men are justifying that. They don't think that anything was wrong with that. That was his phone. He wanted his phone. That was his phone, you know? So when I saw that, I was like, yeah, let me speak on this because did I think that he was going to be found guilty? No, I didn't. Because listen, when I saw the video, I'm not going to lie. I said, the first thing I said is he wanted to get away for a little bit. Thank you, Angela, baby girl, for the super sticker. He wanted to get away for a little bit. He wanted to go cool off. He wanted to go take a break, calm down. But he manhandled her. And that's what they got him on. He roughed her. And they said that she bumped her head, which I can't really see it. Let me see if y'all can see that. I know y'all said it is not zoomed in. I don't even know how I can. Let me see. Oh, well, maybe I can zoom in. Let me see. No, I don't think that helped. Let me go back a little bit. He picked her up and tried to put her back in the car, and they say she hit her head. And then they even said that he tried to put the seatbelt on her. Okay. But she's like, no, you ain't keeping me in this truck. Heck no. You ain't keeping me in this truck. And that's true what you said, Louise. Louise said there's more to the story, evidently. That is true. And that's what we have to take into consideration as well. The jury gets to see way more than we do. They ain't putting out all the facts. There was probably more text messages that they didn't release. You know what I'm saying? There was probably more testimony that we didn't hear. And to be honest with you, I don't even know if this happened or not, but it could have been a text message that she sent to a friend a long time ago or something, claiming that Jonathan had abused her. So there's a lot more that we didn't see, that we're not privy to. I'm sure the jury got a file with a whole lot of information in it that we're not privy to. But it took them 4 hours to come back and say guilty. Now, they said this video was one. They said the text message. And I'm sure there was other stuff that we did not see. And we probably won't even know. We probably won't even know. But the fact that men are outraged because this video showed him trying to get away from her and she running behind him, they're saying if she was an abused woman, and even, let me speed it up right here, because you know when she stopped and talked to these people, right? When she stopped and talked to these people, she appeared to be okay. And they even testified to that, said she didn't look like she looked like she was scared, but she didn't look like she was abused or anything. So she went to the club with them. Even in the club, she dancing. And that's another thing. They're like, wait a minute. If this woman was hurt, why is she at the club? Why is she having fun? Why is she not seen crying, limping, or you know what I'm trying to say? Baby in her wounds or whatever, right? They said, oh, she went to a club afterwards, meaning that she should have been good, right? She befriended them right there. But then you're going to see him walk by. She says something to him. Then she takes off running. behind him. So people look at that and be like, that woman wasn't scared of him. If she was scared, then why is she chasing him? That's what people would actually say. If she was so afraid, why is she chasing him? And he calls the police, y'all. And he does so because he's afraid. She's unconscious. He's like, oh shit, what did I just do? She said, did they ask why she went drinking and clubbing with strangers? Oh, because she just found some friends. Hell, she said she was scared. Listen, they did actually. She said that she was scared because he left her out there by herself. And that's another thing. Think about it for a second. I think it's reckless for someone. Now, yes, she did get out the car running behind him. But at the same time, this man left her out on the street by herself. Come on, Jonathan. What happened to safety? What happened to, she said she knocked herself out. No, Peaches, she ain't knock herself out, girl. She ain't knock herself out. You know? She was found, this is interesting. She was found unconscious, naked from the waist down. What was that about? Unconscious, naked from the waist down. And that little blanket that he has in his hand, he's going to put on her when he gets up there. But he was worried because she was unconscious. He was like, oh, Lord, what I done did now. What I done did. But he said he went home and found her that way. Now, I will say this. There is footage because he didn't stay there that night. There is footage, and let me see if I can bring this up, of him checking into a hotel room at a whole nother hotel. So, like, again, there's a whole lot that we don't know that the jury found out. But there is footage of this man checking into another hotel. He didn't stay there that night. Let me see if I can bring that up right quick. So he's saying, oh, I stayed at another hotel. And when I came home, hold on. She was already knocked out. Hold on. Okay, let's play this right quick. No, I don't want to play that one. Oh, see, I only wanted that hotel piece. I don't want to play this person's whole video. Well, that's okay. Let me see if I can put it right here.
Well, we have newly released video stemming from that domestic assault trial of actor Jonathan Majors. That video showing moments from the night in question.
It comes as we're expected to hear closing arguments in the case today. Fix 11's Julie Millay live at the courthouse in Manhattan, where it is going to take place.
Oh, I thought they would show that, but I guess not.
Good morning to you, Jonathan.
Yeah, no. Well, I know that there's a video out there. I don't see it right now, but they have a video of him checking into another hotel. She said, was she intoxicated? Yes, she was. She was definitely intoxicated. She was intoxicated, and she was at the club. She said, this is a lot of moving parts in the story. We need more information. Yeah. Well, they had a 2-week trial, 2 or 3. I think it was a 2-week trial, maybe 3. And the bombshell, this wasn't even really a big deal into the bombshell video of the car, this car ride. This was the turning point right here. Other than that, it was, you know, they had the text messages and stuff like that, but it was more of a, I think that he was pretty much in the clear before this video. She said the same reason why Tina Turner was getting abused, but still doing shows and interviews. Yep. So, but listen, it's a whole lot we do out here in this world that you got to be careful, because there are cameras everywhere. They really tracked this man down. They found out his whereabouts and everything. This type of stuff wasn't given and said, oh, well, you know, here's a video of this and here's a video of that. No, they go find this shit. You got to be careful, man, no matter where you're at. They got the video of, you see, they got this video. Then they went and found the video of him checking in a hotel somewhere else. They got the video of her in the club. Like, this is crazy. Listen, you really, these investigators out here put this shit together. All this stuff wasn't just readily available and turned over like, oh, here it goes, here it goes, here it goes. No. They tracked down these people to find out what happened on this particular night that she accused him of assault. So they tracked her whereabouts, his whereabouts. They tracked this shit down. Yeah, he is charged with harassment, trying to, basically, he was begging her not to go get treatment. You know, saying that, oh, this is gonna ruin us. This is gonna mess us up. This is bad for the brand. She said, privacy is a thing in the past, and you are right. You know, I'm sure even the two of them probably said, damn, you got me in the club, because I would. You in a club dancing, but you don't know that you're really on camera. Yeah. She said, Louise said, they don't just charge you for nothing. People go through this all the time. They investigated it. They did. They tracked their every move. For them to be able to, listen to this, for them to be able to track down them getting out the vehicle, running down the street, turning the corner, running down another street, crossing the street, and running down another street, and stopping talking, and then coming back. I mean, come on now. You got to be careful. That, what do you call it? The man in the sky, Big Brother in the sky, is watching. That's what they used to tell us all the time. Big Brother is always watching. You can't do shit these days and think you're going to get away with it. Now, every now and again, somebody might slip through the cracks. But for the most part, they're going to catch you. Okay? They're going to catch you. Lisa said she was drunk, left the club, went back to the apartment, and went to sleep in the closet. That, you know, to be honest with you, that incident in the closet, he didn't even get charged for that. He did not get charged for that right there. Because that very well may have been the case. But the incident of him roughing her up in the car, and then other text messages and voice recordings, and I have to say this, women, some people say women record because they're trying to trap you. I say women start recording because they feel unsafe at some way, some fashion, some form. Women start recording 9 times out of 10 because of a safety issue more than, oh, I'm trying to trap this person. I'm trying to get them in trouble. You ain't just going to start recording your man just because. It has to be a reason. So why was she recording him? Because something has happened before. She said the courts don't have a dog in the fight. Sometimes people make mistakes. Abuse victims are told to record if it's safe. People don't believe them either. Exactly, Sunshine. She could tell 1,000 people that she had gotten abused, or he may have cussed her out, or whatever the case may be, and you're going to have, out of 1,000, you're going to have 900 mofos that say it didn't happen. That is a lie. That is not true. Okay? But anyway, I do believe that he's going to try to appeal. Who knows what may happen? His sentence is supposed to be February the 6th. I guess we will find out if he's going to get probation, if he's going to get jail time. Right now, he's facing up to a year in jail because he did opt for a trial. If he had taken a lesser charge and pleaded out, he probably would have just got probation. But I think he felt like he would lose more if he admitted to something of a sort, and that he probably felt like he could beat it. I'm sure he probably felt like he could beat it, and because he probably felt like, oh, there's no evidence. And I think at a time, she did say that he didn't abuse her. She did come out and actually say he didn't abuse her at one time or another. Okay? She did say that. But then she came back and retracted her statement. Most victims do. What part of that does the world not understand? She said everybody records these days. Angela, what you just said. Oh my God. She said, look at Nicole Simpson. She took pics and still got unalive. Yeah. Yeah. She said, you mean protect you. What did I say? They record to protect themselves? What did I say? She said, yes, Nicole Simpson documented her abuse. Yeah, so anyway, I guess we're going to have to just sit here and wait. He had already been dropped from a whole lot of deals anyway, from the very first allegation. So, you know, maybe this will be a lesson learned for if you're trying to have a successful career, you're trying to, you know, not even that, put your goddamn hands to yourself. Period. Keep your hands to yourself. Stop thinking that you have to control somebody with physical force. Keep your hands to yourself. Learn how to communicate better. You know, if you don't know how to communicate without using your hands, then maybe you don't need to be with somebody. You know, maybe you need to sit by yourself for a minute. Maybe you need to figure some shit out. Keep your hands to yourself. This goes to Jonathan or anybody else that's involved with physical abuse. You know, keep your hands to yourself, honey, because you could possibly lose it all. Do I feel bad for Jonathan? Yes and no. Yes, that, you know, you fucked around and found out. You ruined your career because you didn't know how to communicate better. But no, because you wanted this to be swept under the rug. Yeah, but not today, Marilyn. Not today, baby. Another day. I want to start doing them separately. But he wanted this to be swept under the rug, kept quiet. And to be honest with you, he was probably still going to leave her anyway. So now can you imagine having to go through abuse from a guy and then he leave you? She said, I saw that because after the George Floyd incident took place some more. What do you mean? Tell me what you mean, Angela. Maybe I'm not following. She said, that's the problem. People don't know how to communicate nor check their emotions. Girl, you better say that again. Let me highlight that. Damn, where did it go? Right here. Learn how to communicate and check your emotions at the door. You just can't pop off and get mad because somebody say something that you don't like, and then you want to go put your hands on people. She said they believe everything she said. I wonder why. Well, I'm not gonna sit here and say they believe everything, but Dez with the T, or the T with Dez. I always get your name wrong. Yeah, You probably feeling the same way I feel. When one door closes, another one opens up. Example, Robert Downey Jr. Hollywood betrayed that boy because he smoked black dope crack. If he had admitted he only had a cocaine addiction. So you think that somebody else is going to give him an opportunity? Is that what you're saying, Freddie? You think that he would get another opportunity? I think it would be better for men if they take accountability and get help. Yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. That you're saying that everybody record these days because after the George Floyd incident. Yeah, okay, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Yeah, because the George Floyd incident, that dude recording actually got him and his buddies locked the freak up. Oh no, the George Floyd was the other one. Never mind. The George Floyd was the one when he suffocated the dude to death, right? Was that the George Floyd? So many of them. Good Lord Almighty. I'm thinking of Ahmaud Arbery when they was chasing him through the neighborhood. That's Ahmaud Arbery. The Judge Floyd was the police officer with his knee on the neck. Okay, I got you. He says nobody protect black men. Oh, you can't come with that, Freddie. What do you mean no one protects black men? What is it they should be protecting? Should they be allowed to just, lose emotional control and lay hands on people? Is that what you think? What type of protection do you think the black man should have? Cover it up? Let it go? They've done that for generations. They cover all types of shit up. And it ain't just black men that they cover up. She said, I believe he will bounce back. He just have to stay out of the limelight for a while and get counseling. Yeah. Or he can become an advocate, of what not to do. He can become an advocate of what not to do when you get upset. Yeah, he can bounce back, maybe. She said some black men need to learn how to act. He said women need to keep their hands to themselves. You're right. But did it say in here that she hit him? He might, who knows? He might, he probably, a lot of men try to say they try to say they're the victim and that they was the one abused. I hear what you're saying. You're not the only one outraged. I've seen a lot of men are outraged about this story because they definitely thought that he would get away. He said, women, keep your hands to yourselves. Freddie, you're funny. But no, I agree with you. Women should keep them hands to themselves. But I don't think that this was the reason for all of that, She said society got to stop pacifying the men. That's why we aren't protected like we should be. Men and women should keep their hands to themselves, but men should lead by example as the head. Y'all gonna have Freddie mad at y'all. She said, advocate would sound like an admission of guilt. At this point, it's an admission of guilt. He can't deny that he didn't rough her up. Like, you can't deny that. He says, talk about lesbian domestic violence. Well, I'll let you talk about that, Freddie, on your channel, okay? It ain't just lesbian domestic violence. It's, domestic violence is domestic violence. Yeah, Freddie is definitely a troll. Let me go in and Freddie might need to be in timeout, y'all. But anyway, I was trying to show that, yeah, he can't deny, if anything, he should come out and say, you know what? Listen, let me tell you what I would do if I was his brother. The fact that they got him on reckless assault, okay, that's a misdemeanor. But a misdemeanor can still put your ass in jail. But 9 times out of 10, he may get probation. But people are thinking that he might get jail time because he took it to trial. When you take things to trial, you're basically saying, I want to prove my innocence at taxpayers' expenses, okay? Because the taxpayers is the ones that's paying these lawyers and these judges, okay? So when you do that, 9 times out of 10, the judge be a little harsher on you, like how they did Jamal Smollett. What's his name? Was it Justin Smollett or whatever his name was? The guy from Chicago that said that, you know, he faked the abuse on gay men. Okay, Justin Smollett, but whatever his name is. But anyway, because he wanted a trial, it wastes taxpayers' money, and that's why he was sentenced to time in jail or whatever. You know, so that's why they think, even though Justice Smollett, okay, even though that this was a misdemeanor, the fact that he didn't take the plea and he took it to trial, they're saying that the judge may be stricter on him because of that. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. Oh, Jesse Smollett. Okay. Well, y'all know who I'm talking about. That guy. Because he took it to trial, that's why his punishment was more strenuous, because he denied. So now let me tell you what I would do if this was my situation, right? I would actually go back and say, well, since I was charged with reckless assault, I would own up to this. And I would say, you know what? I was a little rough. Because I was upset. I'm going to counseling to learn how to deal with my emotions, communicate better. You understand what I'm saying? And keep my goddamn hands to myself. I'm going to counseling to learn how to keep my goddamn hands to myself. But I would definitely, at 34 years old, I would take accountability for what they charged me with. I would take accountability. I would get help. And I would try to get back in the game. I think he's going to have a hard time, though. I think that he is absolutely going to have a hard time. At the rate that he was going, this man, he had a future ahead of him. So I think this right here is going to set him back big time. If not in him. We'll see. If not in him, okay? She says he's going to get probation and pay for restitution. Man, he might. He might. She said, seems like they are reviving his case. You mean reviewing his case? He's going to, I do think he's going to appeal, but I don't see how he can win. Are they appealing already? Let me see. Let me see. Yep. He's appealing. That's to be expected. That's to be expected. So he's appealing, which is a good thing. He should. He's just about to spend more money. She said, stay woke to the BS going on out here in this world. Research, read more, and stop watching that nonsense news. This is deeper than the superficial surface. Good night. Good night, Tamika. She says, when we try to leave, we headed to the club. You know what? Just a year in jail? No, he's going to get probation. I understand what you're saying, Freddie, but we're talking about this situation right here. I don't know what Freddie's problem is. It seems like he got a problem with women up in this camp. Like, I don't know what you're trying to throw out there, Freddie, but it seemed like you on some other stuff. So I don't know. Right now, we're talking about what happened with Jonathan. Okay, talking about Jonathan Majors. We're talking about Jonathan. Anyway, y'all, I'm not going to be up here long. I just wanted to really just touch on this. I wanted to just let y'all know that this brother was found guilty. Tell you guys what he was found guilty on. He wasn't even really found guilty on her being unconscious, knocked out in the closet. That wasn't even it. the jury said, you roughed this woman up a little bit too much when you tried to sit her back in that car. And also, you tried to get her to not go get treatment from an incident where she had an injury to her head. You tried to stop her from getting treatment, and that ain't cool. Okay? And that is why he's charged. But it says here that he is going to, they're gearing up for an appeal. So we'll see. We will follow it. As far as if something else major come out, I will touch back on it. But I didn't forget about Cardi B. I'm going to do that just a different day. I don't want to do it on the same live. Okay, so I'm going to end this live. Do anybody else have any questions before I say peace out? Look like y'all may have put Jonathan to sleep. Not Jonathan, but Freddie Dorsey. Freddie Dorsey just wanted to come in here and sprinkle a little love on us tonight. That's all. That's all. Thank you, Monet, for renewing your membership, baby. Do appreciate you. She said he's still going to make movies. You think so? We'll see. Y'all said, bye, Robert. Y'all think he Robert. Funny how society doesn't acknowledge opposite views. Anyway, y'all, let me go because I'm not about to get into it with this joker. Look. Megan Good standing beside her man. You think she's going to stay? I think she is. I mean, he still has potential. But somebody else said that they don't think she's going to stay. They think that she's going to dump him. She's going to stay. If she leaves him, it's going to look bad for her. Well, it could look bad for her, but in the same sense, it can look good for her because she could say, oh, no, I'm not being with a guy that's accused with assault. But it can also look bad because it can look like now that he's not about to get all these major roles that he was going to get, you're bouncing. What do y'all think? You think Megan stand by her man? You think she's going to stick beside him? I'm going to stick beside him. I'm going to stick beside him. She said, I think she's going to stay. Okay. She says, nah, Freddie walked away. I got respect for myself. That toxic masculinity isn't working anymore. What do you mean, Black Pearl? What do you mean when you say that? People are starting to talk? I would agree. Thank you, Tangela. I think she's going to stay. You think so? He said, you can't hurt me if I dodged your BS. I know the difference between lust and love. I'm just going to go on and put Freddie in timeout because I don't know what Freddie deal is. But Freddie out of here, honey. Freddie kind of weird. I can't get with him, y'all. I'm sorry. But the brother just saying all types of shit. She said, honestly, I've been in the entertainment industry before cancel culture existed and left before friends with a few big names in industries and get a job on a show easily, but I'd rather stay isolated because of this. Honestly, I've been in entertainment industry before the cancel culture existed and left because friends with a few big names in the industry and you went and got a job on a show easily, but I'd rather stay. I'm not sure what you're saying, baby. Spider-Man. I think she'll stay. She says, do you know the difference from love and keeping your hands to yourself, Freddie? Obviously, he don't. Freddie care about the black man. He said, y'all ain't advocating for the black man enough. She said, Freddie is definitely our age. Same talk. Y'all know Freddie under his favor. Freddie said, y'all need to advocate for black men more. He said, black men can't catch a damn break. Black men, y'all ain't sticking together for the black men. She said, only time will tell if he stayed. Yeah, that's true. Okay, ladies, on my way to New York tomorrow for Christmas holiday. Got an early flight. Okay, Sharon, be safe, be careful. Yes, it's the 18th. Listen, I ain't even gonna talk about that on here. I'll talk about that on another one. Hey, Kia, you're gonna have to go back and rewind, honey. Our boy is found guilty, child, but he appealing, child. He said he appealing. So we'll see. We will see what happens with the appeal. I'm about to clock out, y'all. We done been on long enough. I will talk to y'all later. Kisses. Love y'all. Make sure y'all hit this thumb up button on the way out, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. We're going to talk about Cardi because y'all know this man trying to beg her back already, y'all. Anyway, we're going to talk about Cardi tomorrow. Talk to y'all later. Bye.